Hello, guys. Welcome back to the RespawnReelPod. This is Nebula and my co-host Raygar.
What's
So
up?
let's talk about the Clayface trailer. What do you
Get right
What
into
are your
it.
thoughts?
Yeah. Um, it looks good. Definitely, I feel like it looks interesting. I don't think my expectations are super high for the movie to begin with, because I mean, you could do a lot with Clayface, honestly, but I don't know these movies where you're having a movie about a villain and then its hero is not in the movie. I've always been skeptical of those, even though Joker one pulled it off, in my opinion. Well, I mean, Joker two was awful, but
Yeah,
I mean, at least Joker one was good, but we'll see. There was a lot of cool shots in the trailer. I did think like the way the main like shot they showed of him like staring into the camera, bandaged face and all, was pretty like haunting. And then the scene with it didn't show him, but it was like his shadow, and it showed him like doing like the
the
moves from like
little
the animated
the
series,
spike ball thing.
like the mallet or whatever, the spike
Yeah,
ball. Yeah, exactly. But we'll see. I don't. Let's see how the supporting cast and everything around it is. But I mean,
yeah,
the trailer was decent.
yeah. Like you said,
Thought it
like
was better than Supergirl.
it's weird making like wait. I hope that you don't make him first. I hope they don't make him anti-hero like Venom, like those Venom movies.
Yeah,
And
I
then
really hope. Yeah, because they all do that. But
and
those are
I
the Sony movies.
yeah, that's
That's
true.
like Craven and Morbius. I think even they try to make it the
Yeah,
anti-hero.
and like I hope they display his powers like a lot in the movie, not just like a shadow. I know it was a trailer, but I have a feeling they're not
Oh
gonna
yeah.
really display it like
I mean,
in.
if it's a body horror movie like they say, they have to show that like disturbing thing, I guess. But maybe it was they just didn't want to give away too much in the trailer, which I commend them for. Nowadays they show the whole movie in a trailer, so
That's
hopefully
true.
they kept most of the things secret. Is it confirmed though that Batman is not in it at all, or like you don't?
I
It
don't know.
wouldn't be
There
shocking if
was
there was
there
like
was
a
a leak
cameo or
before when
something.
when they were making the movie. There was a leak. There was a Batman symbol on like a garbage can, and then James
Mm.
Gunn was like, "Oh no, it was a mistake from the art department or something like that."
No, but I wouldn't doubt that there's things like that, like maybe a bat symbol or whatever,
Or
and
another
and here
silhouette,
and there, like
another
or
silhouette
stuff in
Batman.
the city,
Hmm.
but like of him, like I guess having voice lines and being shown up personally, it would be the DCU Batman though, whoever they
Yeah,
cast
whoever
for
they
that,
choose.
because they said this Clayface movie's not in the Reeves verse anymore,
Yeah,
like it used to be.
it's just weird how they're going with the DC universe because they had like Superman, which was like bright and like I guess goofy, you could say, and
Yeah, mix of styles.
then we're gonna get Supergirl, which is kind of like a drunk Supergirl.
Guardians,
Yeah, well,
Guardians of the
Guardians
Galaxy.
Galaxy,
Yeah.
and then now a horror movie. So it's just weird. It's just a weird way to take
Yeah,
it.
like I feel like it would have fit in the Reeves verse good, especially after seeing the trailer. The same thought I had after, well, before Joker 2, but the original Joker, the Reeves verse Batman and then Joker movie, those movies look like they could fit
Yeah, because
in
they're
the
both
same universe
grounded.
also.
They're very
Hmm.
grounded.
Yeah, super grounded.
But
Exactly.
Clayface, I don't think he would have matched into the movies because he's not really grounded unless they ground him in this movie.
But
But
this movie, I mean, I feel like even with, I mean, I guess I get what you're saying, but I feel like even with like supernatural elements, a movie can still be grounded in other aspects. Because I mean, like you said, this one is a horror movie, so it's not as comedic, and it did look more serious.
yeah,
But just the way Gotham even looked and like the setting and things like that, like it could correlate.
that's true. That'd be cool if they had like at the end of the movie, you have like a teaser of Batman or something. But I know they did that with Creature Commandos. There was a silhouette Batman.
Oh, they showed a silhouette of him too.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then you mentioned the fact that Clayface was in that
He
show
was in
too,
that
no?
show
For
too.
like a
Yeah. And
so I
I
guess
think I guess he's the same voice actor. I'm not 100% on that.
wait, Creature Commandos, like where in the like timeline does that? I thought that was like an old
I
show
think it
for
was
some
before
reason.
Superman.
For
Creature
Superman,
Commandos. Yeah,
so
it's
that's
super
different.
weird. Yeah, because it's not even in a way accurate. Well, I guess is a little complaint where the dude who had white hair, I forgot his name. He was in Superman. No, sorry, was he in Superman? No, he was in
The one that
Peacemaker.
had white hair.
Peacemaker 2.
Oh, I
The
didn't even
the
see
dude who
that.
played Crossbones. I forgot his actor name. The Crossbones
Crossbones.
in Winter Soldier
Oh, I know who
and
you're
Civil
talking about.
War.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, him.
What happened with him?
In the Creature Commandos, he had like white hair and white beard, and then
Oh,
Peacemaker
with
too,
like
he didn't have
he
white hair or
voiced.
white beard. And
Oh,
then
because
in the
he's
Creature
from that
Commandos,
Peacemaker too.
he liked I guess metahumans, and then in Peacemaker 2 he doesn't like metahumans,
Mm.
which is
So they got a whole mess going on. Yeah, they don't even.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're just winging it. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, eventually, when they announce whoever the DCU Batman is going to be, we'll see if this Clayface ends up showing up in his movie or something like that.
Yeah, I truly hope they don't mess up Batman, but I think they already messed up the DC, because like I said, like they have the weird Supergirl thing, and the
Yeah, for the most part,
lanterns look
DC.
very weird.
Yeah, DC kills it in comics, but everything else
Yeah.
they've been swinging and missing because the video
Well,
games with Suicide Squad and Gotham Knights, and then like you mentioned the movies they've just been
besides
mid. I know
Absolute
you
Batman,
don't even like Batman.
besides Absolute, like I don't really know DC comics
I
like
guess
that.
the absolute the whole I mean, you could say their big thing right now is the Absolute Universe, but bro, that Absolute Batman is selling like manga, like it's selling a lot. Like for like a modern day comic, it's crazy numbers. Like people, it's shocking the industry with how well that's selling. I know you said that next week we'll talk about
Yeah, we'll talk about
Absolute
the
Batman.
comic because I'll catch
Yeah.
up with it, so
But
we could
yeah,
talk
I
more
mean,
about it.
you're in for a treat for sure. Because what issue is that you're on
I'm
right
still on.
now? Do you
Well,
remember
I
the last?
finished 7, but I could finish
Oh,
the
so you
other
finished like
ones.
the
Yeah,
first book. Yeah,
so I
yeah,
could finish the other
yeah.
ones pretty quick. I'm pretty sure.
No, no, yeah. I've
Throughout the week.
never. I've liked comics before, before, but I've never been like a super fan. But this Absolute Batman, bro, I try to read it the day of release, or if not, like a couple of days
Yeah,
later,
commend
because
you
I
for
don't want
that.
to get it
Because for me,
spoiled.
I just like the whole story, like right there, and I hate like
Hey, I feel
buying
that
like
too.
each issue.
It's just that I don't want to. The main reason for me, obviously, is the story got me hooked. The story's
Yeah.
crazy, especially the last issue, bro. Like things pop off, like you're like, what? Like I had to like read a page again. I'm like, yo, like, and then but yeah, I mean, we'll see
Yeah, we could talk.
how they end up continuing. Hopefully, it ends up being good. But yeah, another reason I read is to avoid spoilers too, because bro, even Scott Snyder, the author, he be spoiling his own issues, bro. Like I don't follow him on Twitter just because of that. It's crazy.
Damn. But
Mm.
my thoughts for the we could end this Clayface trailer thing. My thoughts
Mm.
on it was it looks decent. I just really hope they actually make it a very scary movie. I know it's rated R. It's like
Mm-hmm.
$40
Oh, it is
million
rated R. That's right.
budget, which
So it's
is
like a Joker type movie,
yeah.
because Joker was like low budget too.
And I wonder if it's gonna be a very short movie, and like what's the really
And
main like is
the
there gonna be like a antagonist, or is it just gonna be a story about him, or like
maybe whoever got him, who turned him into Clayface.
and
No, I
him
mean, no,
trying to
he did that
find
to
out who did
himself
it?
in a sense.
That kind of reminds
Yeah,
me of
I know.
Deadpool. You know how when he was looking for that
Oh,
dude that
yeah, I get what you're
turned
saying.
him into Deadpool.
Hmm.
So maybe they're
Yeah,
trying to follow
but
that.
then again, I think in the Clayface is already because Clayface, even with all the potential he has, I don't feel like he's ever had like a crazy comic book storyline. Like
Well, he had a good one in the
probably,
Batman animated series. It was very good. His
and I think that's the
storyline.
one they're adapting of him being like an actor, right? That he
Yeah,
loses his
he
looks
was
and
an
then he wants
actor
to
and
get
stuff
him.
like that.
I think that's what they're
And
trying to do with this one.
then he did like a whole thing where he pretended he was dead and stuff.
Yeah,
And
but
Batman.
they could do interesting things with him because I mean, what was it? Arkham City. I mean, spoiler alert. I guess if you haven't played Arkham City, it's a super old game. But hey, at the end when it shows the Joker that he kills was Clayface, like
Mm,
he thought he was like
that was cool.
fighting, yeah, Joker, and it was actually Clayface the whole time.
Maybe he
Well,
played.
not Clayface the whole time, just in that instance.
Mm,
The Joker came back later again, but
because I'm just
yeah.
thinking like, what's the point of the movie and what's he so important to the DC universe that they had to make a movie about him? You know?
Yeah, I guess it just has to. I mean, it has to be to set up. I mean, Batman. Even if they don't show him like a lot, or even if it's till the very end, like, because what else? There's not like a Clayface is not. I mean, he could work for other Batman villains, but Batman villains are more known to like be separate. Like it's not like Spider-Man where they be teaming up sometimes, like
Yeah.
the Sinister Six, something like that. But we'll see.
Let's see
Well, that
what
movie comes
happens
out
to
this
him.
year.
I believe so. On October 22nd.
October.
I think
Okay.
October 22nd. But yeah. So we could talk about what else? What else happened? Well, did you hear that they took HBO took down the Lanterns trailer? Like from
I did see something
their
about that,
official
yeah.
site, they took it out, which is
But like,
very weird.
I mean, they just wiped it.
Yeah, they wiped
No,
it
I
out.
mean it's too late. It's too late to cut losses on that. I'm pretty sure that I'll be. I mean, I'll be shocked if that show's canceled at this point. That's supposed to come out like a month or two
And
too,
that's like
isn't it?
another grounded thing they're doing too. It looks very grounded. Like no
Yeah, but
powers, no green, nothing.
people see grounded and they think like it means everything has to be brown, gray, or like the colors. Like,
No.
why can't it be grounded and have green? Like, what's so ungrounded about green?
Yeah, and
Why the suit has
the
to be freaking brown?
and Green Lanterns to me is not really supposed to be grounded like that. And it's like they're
And
just
it also said only like I think I saw yeah, what you're saying, yeah, they're trying to make something grounded of an alien race
yeah.
basically that has a ring with powers. But I think I had saw something that said that only one can wear the ring or something like that. It was like a promo. And that's another thing. Like, what does that mean? So that means there's only one ring. Like, it's not gonna be John Stewart
I don't know,
and
cause in I know he
Hal Jordan
originally
at the same time.
gets his ring from the planet. I forgot what those people are called. I
Yeah,
have
but
bad memory.
there's multiple rings
Yeah,
at
yeah. There's
once.
multiple rings. They weren't. It
Yeah.
wasn't passed down. They created one for him for John Stewart, and then Hal had his
Okay.
own. I think at one point there was like 4 lanterns for Earth. So I don't know what they're adapting.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Because yeah, in the DC again, they've absolute Batman peak, but everything else it's swinging. Because even that Wonder Woman game, they were making a Wonder Woman game, and it got canceled.
Yeah,
The
good.
game just got flat out canceled. Crazy.
The Batman game's gonna be fire though. The Lego
Yeah,
Batman.
well, there you go. At least they got that going for them too. Yeah,
Yeah,
that Lego
hopefully it's
Batman.
actually
That
good.
is gonna
But
be a
I
game.
think they put a lot into that in that game.
It looks like they did, bro. If they would have done, 'cause, I love Legos. I have a bunch of Legos. I
Yeah.
have sets like for days. But the if you would have taken that same exact game, but it being in the Arkham universe or in that art style, that game would have been ridiculous. Because it looks awesome. But
Yeah,
at the
the
end of the day, it is
vehicles,
also like the Legos.
all those different suits, even the
Yeah, the
Absolute
Bat
Batman.
Cave. Yeah. That's the suit I'm gonna be playing in for sure the whole game.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll see. Hopefully, we get another Arkham game one of these days because Arkham
well, the voice
City and
actor didn't he
Arkham
pass?
Asylum.
Wouldn't it would just be out of whack in a way because it's not the same voice actor?
I guess, but I mean, not I guess because Kevin Conroy is a beast, but they're not gonna stop doing Batman content, and he's the best Batman voice actor for sure, but he's not the only one
But how long has
either.
it been since the last Arkham Batman game? It's been a long time, right?
In a while. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't count Suicide Squad, even though technically it was in the same universe. I heard, but
Yeah,
and he
but
voiced
didn't they
that
backtrack on
Batman.
that? I thought
They
they
made it
backtracked.
non-canon
Yeah.
supposedly. Yeah, but the damage is done, bro. They only made it non-canon because of the backlash that it got. It got so much freaking heat. So
So dumb.
yeah.
Well, the story was kind of cool for Suicide Squad, but they didn't have to do all the extra stuff.
No, I'm talking about the game. You talking about the game?
Yeah, the game.
For
The
the story
story
was cool.
was. It seemed like it was alright. Like if
I mean, it
Batman
had a
basically
decent
chasing them
concept
down the
of
whole
them
game.
going bad.
Hmm?
Of the Justice League being bad is a good concept, but I think they didn't execute it good at all.
Yeah,
And then
same.
the game was like it was
Like the
just
game
weird. Like
stuff,
you
the
have
game stuff in it.
yeah, and the movement and all that. Like sometimes you had like Harley Quinn being like Spider Man, basically,
Yeah.
almost like jumping around and swinging around the city. But hey, I mean, hopefully they learned their lesson and Rocksteady comes and makes another Arkham game because even Arkham Knight, it was good. It wasn't great like City and Asylum were, but Arkham Knight was good also. So hopefully we get another one of those games.
Yeah. You know, it'd be cool if, like one day, like if this podcast actually becomes like very huge, we could actually play games, like with our fans. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing people that do that too. Hey, if somebody want to run marathon, let me know. No, I'm saying
or Smash Bros. Whoever wants it.
that's just
All
too,
right.
yeah.
So
Bring
we
out
could talk
Yoshi.
about. We could give our rating for Invincible or talk about the boys first. It's up to you.
Let's get the boys out of the way.
Yeah.
The boys, man. Every week I feel like that show gets not a little worse, or I guess a little less interesting. Like I find myself watching it just to see how it ends at
Yeah.
this
Same.
point. But it's not like I'm craving. Oh my god, I can't wait till next week. Like
Yeah, they should have followed the comic to
hmm
like the T, but
they strayed off a lot.
yeah, I don't think this
Yeah,
like this whole Jesus stuff was in it. And then
yeah, they gotta poke
yeah,
fun. They gotta poke fun always.
and then but
But
a
yeah, man, it's
Butcher having those powers wasn't in it.
oh really?
Yeah, he didn't have those powers.
That's funny because I always thought that was one of the weirdest things about that freaking show. I
Hmm.
mean, I know there's all kind of powers and stuff, but like an organism, tentacle organism living
Yeah, it's
in
so weird.
his stuff. So that means like the other one that's like that, like I think it was the daughter of the one that got
Oh,
ripped in
what the
half,
comes out the mouth?
that she has that thing.
Yeah.
Is that like a similar thing or no?
No, I don't think. I think it's different because it
No,
looks
right?
like
It's
there's
not
like little
related at all.
snakes coming out of her mouth. It kind of does look
You
similar
know,
though.
that's it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how many episodes are left of The Boys.
I don't know how many episodes of the season there is. Like 10? If so, I think we're
And
at
we're
five
like
more
on
episodes.
episode like, oh, okay.
I believe.
But yeah, I mean, it
Not
had.
100.
I mean, it was interesting. The whole the part where, well, not the part, but the whole segment where they were in that area where they got mad at each other and they couldn't control their anger.
Oh, that was pretty
Like,
funny. And they
yeah, and
threw
it
a
was.
jab at Last of Us. Basically, Last
I
of Us
did.
is
Yeah, I
Walking
did
Dead
peep
with
that.
mushrooms.
Yeah, Walking Dead with mushrooms. Yeah. Um, but yeah, and I don't know. I just don't find myself that engaged like I was with Invincible, for example. That one I was like, damn, I can't wait for next week to see how it
Yeah,
ends. Even the
sucks it
animation
ends.
being boo or whatever, but I mean we'll get to
Yeah, we
that when
get
we
to
get
it.
to it. But
But yeah,
um
The Boys has been very not interesting, and for it to be the last season too, I expected like every episode to be like peak, and none of it really was peak. What's making the show
very
good for me is Soldier Boy. That's for sure.
yeah, and you saw they're making a prequel.
Yeah, I'll definitely
The
watch
him
that
and
Soldier Boy one
Stormfront.
because I didn't
Yeah, he's a
watch
good.
Gen V.
He's
Gen
a
V.
hype
Well, I
man.
watched a little bit of it, but I didn't really
No, I
finish
didn't
it.
even watch a single episode of that.
A lot of
That's why I
people are
got canceled too.
predicting like the main character in Gen V is gonna end up killing Homelander at the end.
That's what they were saying too, but I mean that'll be stupid as
Yeah,
hell. Because
it
like, I
would be
mean,
dumb.
Gen V is all it's completely original, right? There's not like a comic on that,
I don't think
and
so.
I imagine the comic has the own way that Homelander. But it's all gonna depend on whatever Trump does. Whatever Trump does next week,
But the thing
they'll
is, this
try
was
to mimic
this
it
was
in the thing.
pre-recorded before the Trump stuff. So
But yeah, I mean,
that's what makes it funny too. Is like they try to make it as like he said it themselves. They try to make it as satire, but
then
real
they hit with
world things
something.
happen. It doesn't make
Yeah,
it
but they do
satire.
the things on the nose like the Freedom Camp 47 and him being the 47th president.
Yeah,
And then I mean, just
the
the whole
whole
base, like the whole thing with Starlight, right? Starlight,
yeah.
yeah, with her basically being ICE, the people that I'm gonna call ICE on you basically, so they can come and get you and take you to a concentration camp. We're splitting away families, separating families. Is this right? Like it's all very on the nose stuff.
But
Like
I
the
believe the Jesus stuff wasn't intentional, but the whole thing with that kid Donald Trump did
oh yeah, with him with the post, yeah, yeah. They hey
that
they
was pretty
pulled the
funny.
soft part and they predicted something. Um, but yeah, no, now they're putting they yeah. I mean, we'll see how it goes. The last episode did end with Homelander like looking crazier than ever, and he's basically been carrying the whole show. So
That's true.
we'll see. Is he
Yeah.
finally gonna snap and I mean not snap because he's already a crazy dude, but just snap further, I
I thought
guess.
he was like when
Maybe
they
fall off the
introduced
edge.
him to be like a god or whatever. I thought he was about to like laser
Hmm.
everybody. That would have been cool. Like
Mm.
everybody in
Oh yeah, I
the
mean
uh,
it would have been like that flashback.
yeah.
I mean, like that one scene that he pictured on his head that he did. That would be crazy. Who knows? Maybe he'll do it. Um, but yeah, and then he was stuck in that when Soldier Boy put him in that.
He got
Um,
out though.
he did get
I
out.
thought he wasn't
Yeah,
gonna get
he
out.
did get out. Yeah, and he just beat the door down even with that great value
I
kryptonite.
wonder
So that's
if
basically
you're
what it
able
looked
to
like.
shoot him when he was in that state, would it worked? but probably not.
Who knows? I
That
mean,
would be
how
interesting.
are you gonna get a bullet in there in the first place? Because he would kill you before you get in there, probably.
True.
But but yeah, I mean, we'll see what he does with Soldier Boy. Because I mean, Soldier Boy did lock him in there, and I mean, he didn't spare him. But again, it obviously affected him where he's you know going even crazier because he was like hearing those like screeching noises and like staring into
That's true.
nothing at the end.
But he's always been crazy.
Who
He had like multiple personalities and stuff like that.
did they say who that person was that Soldier Boy ended up killing? Like, was it someone he knew or someone
Yeah,
he
it
was
was
related
somebody
to,
he
or
knew.
they didn't
Like
say it?
that's how
It was someone he knew, but it didn't say who it was exactly. Just someone that
they
they did
mentioned the name.
experiments to.
Um, but yeah, I think
Because
he
he
was like
said
a
his
real soldier.
they
And
they said
then
his brother was a hero too, or wasn't when he was when Frenchie was talking smack to him. He was saying that his brother was like better and all that. So they don't
uh,
ever show anything about
I know he was
Homeland.
saying
I mean,
like
not Homeland, Soldier Boy's brother.
he Soldier Boy was just basically a rich boy kid, and he ended up being the powerful one. And the dude on the wall, he was the actual soldier, and he actually
Mm,
was a hero and stuff like that. And he ended up being like that.
mm,
But they'll
mm,
probably mention it in the show, in his little spin-off show.
yeah,
That's why
yeah,
they
we'll
probably
see.
introduce him.
But no, but the spin-off show is the prequel. Oh,
Yeah,
like you said that.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
don't
he
mention the other guy.
was
Oh, yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
Pretty sure they're gonna show how he was injected with the first the V
you. And
shot,
the show him look like a
V1.
mini or great value Captain America, skinny
Basically,
before getting injected.
yeah, with the serum. But he's a
We'll
cool
see how
character.
that goes. Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
it's
Black
him and
Noir
Homelander are the
finally
highlights.
spoke this episode too. It was
Yeah,
pretty funny.
him and
Cause
the Deep.
I was like, damn, is that the actual Black Noir? But I guess not. He actually talked. Like before this episode, I was like, damn, did he bring him back? But no, they
No, I
didn't.
mean I think he got
That would
on.
have been pretty cool.
No, yeah, just that guy that's playing the role of his life, acting crazy acting
I
game
don't think this is a
he got
spoiler,
himself.
but
But
Black Noir in the comic was a clone of Homelander, and
I think I had
he
seen
was
something
in
like
the
that.
suit the whole time. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Mm,
They should have stuck with that, honestly.
yeah, that would have been cool. Actually, that would have been another well, basically like a Bizarro in the sense
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
not
that would be pretty cool.
ooh, mm.
Yeah, but they dropping the ball on the boys.
Yeah, I mean at this point I don't think there's really anything they could do to like
I
save
wonder
the
if it's
whole
this
show. In a
funny,
sense, it's
like
just
in the comics, or they just made it like this, funny stuff.
maybe who knows. I mean,
It's
I
so
think
weird.
Invincible is adapted. It has its comedic parts, but I don't know about the boys about the comics like that.
Yeah.
And even I think Invincible. I mean, well, we're about to talk about Invincible anyways, but even I think they changed some things um too. But I don't know. Again, we'll talk about that when we
Okay.
get to Invincible. Because I didn't read the comic you did, so maybe you'll know if that stuff happened in the
Okay.
comics too.
So yeah, so let's get into Invincible then. What would you rate the whole season of this Invincible season?
The whole season in a whole, I would give it a 8.5 or a 9. I'm gonna say
That's fair.
I would say that I think I like the season before more.
Oh,
The
with the
previous
Invisible
season
War.
before this one, yeah, I feel like that season was better as a whole. I guess like I had more highs and lows. Um, but this one it was good. And this episode, I thought for the most part I enjoyed it. How you could tell how everything is affecting Mark, and he's seeing drag everywhere and having these panic attacks, basically.
Yeah.
Um, and then when he finally does see him at the end, he thought he was a vision, but he ended up not being one. And what do you think? I mean, cutting straight to the chase, I guess. What do you think about the decision he made to accept the terms? Do you think he did the right thing, or you think it was smart, or you think he should have not?
Well, it did happen in a comic, but
Okay.
about the
No, no,
abortion
yeah,
thing, right?
right. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Don't get into the comic and then that sense, but
No, no, yeah, but
because I agree with it. Because what else was gonna happen? It was everybody was gonna die. Like he ate like 10 punches. Drag ate like 8 punches from Mark before he like started dodging him a bit. Like they don't have a chance against 40 Viltrumites. Like, not it was not just Drag by himself. There's more. You got the dude with the eye patch. You got the girl. You got the Steve Harvey one.
Yeah,
Like, there's
there's
a
what they said, 37 Ultramites left.
oh yeah, he said I think we're down to
Yeah,
37 left. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
but I think they're gonna slow down with the Ultramite stuff in the next season.
I
Um,
imagine so
but
because it's gonna
it's
take
gonna be still
time.
there, like a backstory and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be more focused on Monster Girl and Robot. That
We'll
might be the
see.
first episode, like showing
That
us
does
what
not
happened.
excite me at all.
No,
I could never see those characters again, and that'd be good to be honest.
no,
But
you'll be shocked. It's a good arc. It's very important.
oh,
It's a good one.
okay, well, we'll see.
I liked it
But
in
I
the
mean,
comics, but
obviously, oh, I will say one thing though. I get so Mark is never he didn't bring up the whole conquest
Conquest
thing
thing,
with
yeah,
Cecil. Yeah, so in the comics he never does either.
I don't
He
remember,
just
but
don't bring that
yeah,
shit up.
it was
He's
pretty
like,
weird. Like he came back to Earth and didn't even mention it at
hey, he
all.
was yeah, he was kind of like leaning on him too. Like this Cecil was offering counseling, now he's asking. And Mark, I get it. I get what they're doing with him, but he kind of is a little punk in a sense. I get these things are affecting him, but it's like I need counseling. I'm having panic attacks. I'm crying because I wasn't there for my girl. Like, bro, like, okay, it's okay to blame yourself too. But did that happen in the comics too?
The
Like,
abortion,
did she?
yeah,
Yeah, that. Oh, okay. And she got
yeah,
fat and everything in the comics
yeah.
too.
Which is weird because like, doesn't she have powers to like? Couldn't she just make herself
To
skinny?
manipulate like matter and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, I thought so, but I guess not.
yeah. I didn't like the
Guess it doesn't
decision
work on her
at
body
all,
like that.
but I guess it's part of the story.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I know some people
I don't.
commend it,
I get
but
where she's. I get where she's coming from. This dude, because one thing the show I guess doesn't do that well, even though it does say like, oh, months have passed or weeks have passed.
yeah, they
It
don't
doesn't
really.
like
Well, it's been 10
it
months.
feels like all this stuff is happening exactly, and it feels like it's happening all in a couple of days or like a week.
That's true.
And this dude was gone for months, forever, and she was pregnant, and then God forbid this dude did die. She was gonna raise a kid by herself, I guess, and she was worried about that. I mean, it
Yeah,
would
but
have
she
been
would have
better
had an
than
offspring of for Invincible.
I know exactly, and I mean, and again, she could like build houses and stuff. So
Yeah, like
yeah, I don't, yeah, I don't get it.
yeah, like
Mhm, I guess,
I know some
but
people
hey,
commend it. Like I saw some people talk about it and it's like, oh, he did a good job with his response to Eve, and then
I get it. The first time not being there for her, like abandoning her right when she's about to go through an emotional pregnancy and stuff like
but
that.
if that
But
happened to you in real
he was
life, wouldn't
doing
you
it
be
to
mad?
save the
I think
world,
I would be.
bro.
Mad. I'm like,
Nah, oh, I probably would be, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
cause like,
But I feel like him comforting her because she was obviously hurt by it. She's not like I don't know if you've seen that scene from that movie with Adam Driver where a girl tells him that she got an
oh
abortion
yeah, he was super
and he
mad.
gets
Yeah, I
super
seen that
pissed.
scene. Yeah,
Yeah. But she was like all like
was it
nonchalant
Scarlett
about it and like
Johansson? Or
no,
no, no,
no, no,
right?
it was some blonde chick, I think. I know the movie you're talking about too though. He's
Okay.
in a lot
Well,
of these
I
movies
know
that
what
looks
scene you're
like
talking about, but I don't know why I thought it was Scarlett Johansson. But yeah, she
yeah.
seemed like
'Cause
she's like, oh, we can't have sex, do this and that because I just got an
yeah.
abortion.
And she was
Yeah,
but she was obnoxious about it. Like she was like rubbing it in his face
yeah.
almost
And
like,
didn't
oh,
she say she did
it's
it
my
multiple
body.
times too? Not with for his, but like she had it got multiple abortions before.
I would have doubted. Some women do that as their form of birth control, but I mean, again, Eve was like you could tell she was broken up about it and heartfelt. Like she would have not done that had he been there because she probably would have been happy over the
Yeah,
fact that she was having his kids, but she was just scared and alone. And I agree, and agree with the way that Mark responded. But I feel like afterwards, when he was in later on in the bed, and then he just got up and started crying and saying, "I can't do this to you." I thought I was like, "All right, man, you're overdoing it now." Like, a little overboard, but
and I feel like you'll be more
but
dramatized for what Omni-Man did, besides like what he was thinking Thragg would do, because Thragg didn't really do anything to the Earth, and he was there, and he
yeah,
was still having like
exactly. Yeah, he
panic
didn't.
attacks.
That scene was good too, though. How and it was a good setup. How it showed at the beginning. It was just a fake vision, I guess,
Yeah,
of him
you thought it
destroying
was real?
Earth, and like
Did you think it was real?
at a point, I would have not doubted that they destroyed part of Earth, not the whole thing, but like maybe a couple of cities or something. Um, and then Mark being scared and wanting to go to the like get to Earth as quick as possible and not being able to think of nothing else and having all these panic attacks and visions and not listening. Like, yo, Tech Jacket is whack.
Yeah,
Like
no, they
in this,
ruined that
yeah,
character.
I I see pictures and like snippets now of how he was in the
Mm-hmm.
comics, and I'm like, damn, this dude was dope, and they made it into some teenage chick who's
It's so
like the
dumb.
butt of the joke the whole time. How she was talking to them and they weren't listening.
Yeah.
Um, and the whole thing with Debbie, how her and Paul broke up.
Oh,
They did that. They broke up off screen, bro. Like they didn't even show that. They just
yo,
ran,
you seen that
and then
reel,
they're
right?
friends.
With the little Joker with the tongue. I know
Yeah,
you sent it
hilarious.
yesterday, but I
Oh
saw
my
it too.
god, yeah,
I didn't want to send it
hilarious.
because
Yeah.
I wasn't sure who didn't see it, but the thing was funny.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor, I guess does a good. He doesn't click on the memes he be seeing, but
Omni-Man's plotting.
yeah, he's like, what about Paul? What about Paul? He's like, not that it's your business, but
I
he
forget,
was
like
like, oh,
when
I care about Paul very much.
when he was showing her Earth from the spaceship, was he like behind her and like he reached out, like he was like this, or like was he
He was
trying?
going to.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to like put his arm around her. He legit was doing the God of War 2018 trailer when after killing the deer and Kratos like tries to put his hand behind Atreus and he's like, nah. He's trying to get back. And I'm sure eventually they're gonna end up back because what's she broke up with Paul because their lives are too different. Who else is she gonna date then? There's only one person she could
Yeah,
date, Omni-Man,
and
unless she
it's a
goes and
long
dates
way
another
to
superhero.
Telestria. I believe that's the planet.
Oh yeah, how long is it
I don't know, a few
that they're
weeks,
gonna
wasn't
be
it?
in this? Oh, that's right, it was a while. That's funny. They're gonna recreate. They're gonna be like how Alan the alien was with his girl.
Oh yeah.
In the, in the,
I I'm starting to dislike Seth Rogen as Alan the alien. Like when he was talking to the console,
ah,
I didn't like the way he was like yeah, this and that. I don't know.
is he? I mean, I don't know how he was in the comics. If he was supposed to be more serious, but I mean, I try to not hear Seth Rogen, but it's hard not to.
Yeah.
Like even when he was Donkey Kong, right? It was Donkey Kong? That's
Was
who he
he
was
was
in
Donkey Kong.
Mario.
Yeah, he was Donkey Kong.
Like you just his voice is so distinguishable, and you know, I'm not a fan of his like that, um, but yeah, I mean, and it's just the voice, I guess. It's not gonna like Thragg was the one that kind of like even now, even the last episode, I feel like certain scenes it seemed.
I feel like
I
it
need to
got
look up who
deeper.
his voice actor is. I need to look up.
Who,
I feel
Thrax?
like they made his mustache bigger
Who,
than it was before.
Thrag's voice actor?
Yeah.
He's the I
Hmm.
showed you. He's the damn, what's his name? He's from Guardians 1, the blue guy. Uh
Oh, that's right. You did tell me. Okay, yeah,
yeah, I
I got
forgot
you.
the I don't have horrible memory.
It's funny because I thought you were saying Yondu, but it was the other
No,
guy.
no, the other guy.
The villain,
The villain,
the
yeah.
villain from the first movie.
And he had like a
I
deeper
can't think
voice
of it
too.
right now either. Hmm.
Damn, yeah.
But
Ronan. Ronan. There you go.
Ronan, yeah. Um, but yeah, no, the show's good. Definitely gonna miss it. Wednesdays now. It's just
I
the
know.
boys. I guess maybe I'll start watching Daredevil, but I haven't heard things about that.
No,
I gotta
start.
watch Maul.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Yeah,
gotta start watching them all. And you don't
yeah.
watch From, right? The first episode was
No,
pretty fire.
I have not. You liked it?
Yeah, it
This is the
was all
last
right.
season, or is second
They
to
didn't.
last?
I'm sorry.
This is gonna be the last season, or the second to
The
last?
next season is the last one,
Hmm.
but it was pretty interesting the way it's going right now. I think it comes out tomorrow. Yeah,
Also, it's
that's
every
gonna be dope.
Sunday.
And I've been watching Euphoria too, and it's pretty interesting
You're watching that
for
because
two big reasons.
because because of Sydney. I was about to say you're watching that because your wife wants to watch it. Or you're
No, no,
watching
she
it
hasn't
by
watched
yourself.
it honestly. I
I
watched it.
don't know.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, I've never really
that
watched it
show's
necessarily
kind
by
of
myself.
interesting the way they, because it's not in high school anymore and stuff like that. But
Mm.
yeah, I'm not saying like it's an amazing show either. It's just I guess it's just something to watch.
There's not a lot of amazing. I mean, there's nothing to watch nowadays, so I guess I don't blame you in a sense. But there's barely anything. Like I said, right now, the boys. I mean, Invincible just ended, so now it's literally just the
Yeah,
boys.
it's like
I've been watching the anime here and there, but like right now I'm watching RE0.
I gotta check that
Yeah.
out. Well,
Yeah,
you
it's
said it
good. You
started
didn't
off
like
slow,
it,
right?
maybe not. It does. It's like, and it has this cringy moments at the beginning. Like he's kind of like a not a simp. I mean, just watch it, you'll know.
Okay.
It's interesting enough because
Let me see.
it has a definitely interesting element to it because he basically um he's kind of, I guess you could say he's kind of living a video game in a sense because when he dies
It
he
comes back.
respawns like at the last checkpoint.
So
Yeah.
it's like Soros,
Um, Soros. Yeah.
Soros, whatever.
It's funny you say Soros. Yeah, Soros.
Soros.
Um, which that game got good reviews. It got nines and tens
What?
basically for the most part, except from IGN, of course,
Yeah, I don't
giving it
trust
a seven.
IGN. I never trust IGN.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
with
no, no,
movies, I
no.
don't trust IGN. I don't. I want to know
They've
who's
been on a
reviewing
miss.
these stuff.
It's
Like,
they have different reviewers. Like back in the day, they only had like two or three reviewers, but now every freaking game that comes out, it's a different reviewer. It's never like a consistent thing. Because I guess you know, God forbid video game journalists do their job and actually play video games. You got them playing one game every few months, and then that's the one they'll review.
yeah, and
But
seems like they're biased with their decisions too. Cause like how you
oh
make
yeah, it's definitely
Dragon
all
Age
political
a
and
9, and then
yeah,
every other
political
good
stuff.
game, it's
Because that
7 or
game,
6.
so objectively, Dragon Age Veilguard is a horrible game. Like writing, characters, everything.
Yeah,
But
and didn't do horrible
it has
numbers too.
it has the message and like the political
So
and
dumb.
the ideology that these people like, so they give it a good review, they prop it up, and then if anything else doesn't have that, it gets affected.
Didn't
Like
they give
I
your
don't
game
know,
a good review? Marathon?
they did. They sometimes get
Questionable.
games good reviews. Yeah, he's like, hey, you gotta take the good with the bad. But yeah, I mean, hey, but Marathon got good reviews from basically everybody. It's just the player count on Steam isn't there. But IGN is always like the contrarian because this game got nines and tens everywhere, and then they come and they give it a seven. I
Wasn't
mean,
IGN like a Nintendo reviewer in the first place?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
think from
I don't remember.
as far as I can remember, they used to always review everything basically, but they used to have again like a central like couple of employees or reviewers. Like it was Colin Moriarty was one, Greg Miller was the other. They had Ryan McCaffrey, I
Yeah,
think, for like
you know more than
Xbox
me
games.
because I don't know
Yeah,
any
I
reviewer.
used to be deep in IGN. Used to be the one. Honestly, IGN used to be what I went to for when I like wanted a review, but they've just been
Mm,
taken over like a lot of other companies nowadays, unfortunately.
that's true. Then what? Do you who do you trust in like GameSpot? GameSpot?
GameSpot, not really either. It's just Metacritic, I guess. It's a combination of
Yeah,
all of
all
them.
of
But
them together.
if I was to pick one, I would say Game Informer is the one that I like trust the most. But I agree with them. And then there's some YouTubers like independent reviewers like Skill Up and yeah, reviewers like that you just they're not official websites, but you find you have similar tastes, and then again you don't agree with every single time because Skill Up has had reviews of games that he didn't like that I loved, um, like Final Fantasy 16, one example. But
Yeah, you can't
yeah,
have the same like love for everything
hmm
as somebody else.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, not everybody has the same taste, but yeah, man, it's good to see that Sorrow's got these reviews, especially with there's been like a Sony PlayStation drought when
Is
it
it
comes to
out?
exclusives. I don't remember.
The
No,
game out?
It comes out next month.
Oh,
No,
next month.
next. No, actually, I think it's next week. Actually, might be next week.
Nice. You know what does come out
Yeah.
next week? My Hero
But
Academia.
is it in a week for sure? For real? I
On
did see you
Saturday.
sent the trailer.
It's on
This
Saturday.
Saturday? Oh,
May
it's a
2nd.
Saturday from now.
Yeah, May 2nd
Okay,
is this
definitely
Saturday
gonna watch
coming up.
that. I didn't watch the trailer either.
I watched
I
it and
pulled
I'm
the
like,
Dune.
it still gets me mad that he lost his powers.
Yeah,
Spoiler,
nah,
spoiler alert.
we'll see. We'll see how they wrap it up. But that show
It
is
looks pretty cool because the trailer is basically them grown up. You
yeah,
see
I
all of them grown
imagine.
up and stuff like that.
But that show is near and dear, man. I watched it late, but
But it's kind of weird
I
they're
loved
making
it.
like an
I
one
killed it.
episode thing. They should have just made
It's because
another
I
whole
guess
other season.
they did that like I think the manga did that too. That's why. But they should have just. I mean, I guess it was a reason to drag it out. Look, now we'll have more My Hero talk for a bit more.
Yeah.
But But
They
yeah,
should
we'll
at least
see.
just
Because
do
I've been
6 episodes,
watching other.
because
Yeah,
I think the
I've been
last
watching
episode.
other animes.
I'm sorry.
The last episode, what?
No, I'm saying like the last season was like what, eight episodes. They should just made like one for
Oh
six
yeah, like
episodes.
everything else nowadays, everything else is 8 episodes, not even 10. But but yeah, no, I've been watching other anime since that. Like I started watching Hunter x Hunter, and like I mentioned, I
You
watched
finished that?
RE. I'm watching. I dropped off it. I started watching RE0. None of them are hitting like My Hero though. My Hero, that
Damn.
one is up there
Not
with
even
my
Demon
ghost
Slayer.
now. No, Demon Slayer, yeah, but I'm just waiting for the movie for that one.
I still
But
haven't watched Infinity
my
Castle.
my favorite. Oh yeah, no, it's
I still
a
haven't seen it.
awesome movie. The next one should be crazy too. But yeah, my top animes for sure, obviously Dragon Ball, um, Death Note, My Hero, Attack on Titan. I like Solo Leveling a lot too.
Oh, true.
Um,
But yeah, I wonder when the next
mo-
season's coming out.
who knows? It'll probably take forever, like One Punch Man. Hopefully, it just has better animation than that. That animation was even worse than Invincibles.
That's true. But the Invincible, well, the story carries the whole show.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I
yeah, it's
get.
not the
That's why I'll
animation
give
doing the heavy lifting.
Invincible like a 8.5, honestly. Because
Yeah, eight
like
point
you
five
said,
nine.
last
Yeah,
season was more fun to watch, especially like the
yeah,
last
last
episode with
season.
Conquest and stuff like that. That
Yeah,
was
last
pretty.
season it was back to back
Yeah,
to back crazy stuff. Like he finally gets rid of this dude, and then they show up. Like what
yeah,
the
yeah.
heck?
That's true.
This dude don't catch a break.
It was
No wonder
fire,
he's going crazy.
but
But
it's
let's
doing
see how
pretty
the
good.
next season is. Is it gonna be like what, like a 1 year, 2 year wait for it?
No, I believe it comes out next year because they were trying to do one season every year. That's what they have bad animation, and
Yeah, 'cause I saw
supposedly there's
Night
only
of the
like
Seven
two
Kingdoms is supposed to
animators.
be next year too, right?
That what?
Night of the Seven Kingdoms is supposed to be quick release too next year.
Is it
I believe
another
so.
6 episode season?
Imagine 30 minutes.
I didn't like the end. I didn't really like the ending for it. That show was alright. It was something to watch.
Yeah, so like I said, it wasn't Game of Thrones, but I mean, obviously it's not gonna be that after one season. But I mean, I guess I'm more excited for that than House of the Dragon because that show
No,
I
but
gotta watch a recap because I feel like I forgot most of it and I wasn't loving it either
the
to
ending
begin
of
with.
that show is gonna be super peak. But I don't know what they're doing with this season. Well, I believe
If
I
they
know what they're
keep it the
doing.
same as the book, who knows? They'll probably change stuff.
The thing about the book is like you have like the scene where the son gets killed by the dragon, where
Yeah.
I forget their names. Well, the biggest dragon, and he ate
Hmm.
him up. In the books, they explain it. That's like one part is one witness. Then you have other witnesses saying the kid survived in the water. Then another. It was three witnesses. It was the those doctor people. I forgot what they're called again. I have
Hmm.
super bad memory. What are they called? The maesters, right?
Maesters?
The maesters,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
You had the maester, you had a civilian, and you had some other person, and it was three different endings in a way. So I think that's what they're doing. Like they could pick and choose whatever they want to use. Because in the
Interesting.
show they showed him actually dying, like getting chopped up.
Yeah, getting. Well, yeah, no way he survived that shit. Well, who knows? I mean, did they show him like? There's no way he could have been on one of the halves of the dragon that got cut
That
in
was one of
half.
the witnesses. Like they said, like it ate
Uh,
it, and then he fell in the lake, and then they saw
yeah,
him walk off. But
I
in
gotta
the
watch. I gotta
show,
replay that
yeah, in the
scene.
show he literally all in the mouth, no homo,
Uh,
but all in there.
so, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I doubt anything ever hits like OG Game of Thrones or
That's true.
um even Breaking Bad now. We'll see,
I
man.
believe
No,
it will
there's
have
no
a better
original shows like
ending
that.
than Game of
Like Game of
Thrones
Thrones.
did
I
for
freaking
sure.
hope so.
100%.
No, I would hope so. Yeah.
100% they should. Cause I'm not trying to spoil it for
Yeah, be careful. Be careful, man.
you.
No, see how I may even read the book because I've heard it's so much better than the show. Who knows? But
Yeah.
if I was to read anything, I guess I'll read that.
They
I
should
have it in
they
my
should have made a show
library. So,
before the House of Dragons. But I get why they're making the show. Because
mm,
King Jaehaera, he did a lot more. But I guess it wasn't that interesting in a way
Mm.
because who was it? Was it his sisters? They in the book they flew the dragons into past the wall, and I guess they saw
Mhm.
the 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 White Walkers, and then they turned back and
Mm.
stuff like that, or they sent something evil or
They said,
something like
"F
that.
that."
It was interesting.
That's it.
That's but
We out.
that's a prequel to House of the Dragons. It's
Mm.
not like a spoiler or anything.
Aren't they making like a which is the like alpha Targaryen, like the main
Aegon,
beast one?
the Conqueror.
Yeah, aren't they making an Aegon the Conqueror movie
I heard they're making an
or a
animated
show?
version, or were they making
Animated,
live
interesting.
action?
I don't know. I just heard they were doing something. I thought it was a movie, but
They should
maybe
make a
it is.
movie because it's so his story is like very short, like it's so like it, like it's so
It's rapid.
rushed. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
rapid.
that's
Yeah, a
it.
lot goes on so fast. But they could
Rapid fast.
stretch it out and like give details in between certain things.
I mean, like everything else. I mean, The Hobbit, that short book, they made it into freaking 3 movies. So
That's
never
true.
doubt these
That's
people.
true. Because I would love to see like where the Targaryens lived before they came to um Dragonstone,
Hmm.
and maybe they'll show that in the animation. That would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Because they kind of teased what it looked like in House of the Dragons when Jaehaera was creating those little miniature houses. That's what
Hmm.
it looked like before.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's pretty fire.
Hmm.
They had a bunch of
Yeah, we'll see.
dragons.
We'll see. Then looks like the Game of Thrones content is not stopping anytime soon. We're gonna get shows, movies galore. So see how it goes. They're gonna milk it
They
like they milk
definitely are.
Star Wars.
Well, yeah, but Star Wars is a huge universe, but they did ruin it with those three movies. 100%.
Yeah, but that's the main. It's a big universe, but those are episodes 8, 9, and 10, right? Or no, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, 7, 8, and 9. They're
Yes,
big.
seven. Yeah, 7, 8, and 9.
Those aren't like even like spin-off movies or like
And you don't
sci-fi.
have no
Those
faith
are
in
like
the Grogu
main
movie, right?
continuity. Not that I don't have no faith, but I don't have high expectations. I guess I don't really care. I'm so like out of Star Wars. The only thing that could bring me back to Star Wars is literally Knights of the Old Republic era. If they start making like a Revan movie, or when Knights of the Old Republic actually finally comes out, if it comes out,
Can't
I'm
wait
waiting for that game
to
ages.
watch Brie Larson.
Right? Yeah, that's all I need. That they do Knights of the Old Republic and they cast it, and it's
That
a
would be
chick
so
and
bad,
Brie
man.
Larson to boot. Yeah.
Well,
Hey, who knows? I mean, they did it with Taskmaster. They made Taskmaster into a chick. They always doing these gender swaps, so most people don't know
who would
Darth
you fan
Revan.
cast
So
as Revan?
as Revan,
Hmm.
there's one obvious one, but I mean,
Who?
Keanu Reeves.
I think he's too old now.
Revan,
He's too
Revan
old
is
for
not
it.
young. I feel like he could do. I mean, I guess yeah. I mean,
Like,
he is older
yeah,
now.
he's old
But he
now,
would,
so it's so.
if he could still do John Wick, he could do. He could wield a lightsaber, especially for with the fact that Revan has a helmet. He don't even have to be
That's true.
in the like action scenes. If you want, if he's too old with the fact that you can't do the action sequences yourself, easy stunt double. You
I'm
have a
trying to
helmet,
think
and then
who would I want.
when you don't have the helmet on, boom, take
That's
it
kind
off.
of true.
Yeah,
How would you feel Henry Cavill as Darth
he's too
Revan?
big. He's too big.
He
Henry
could probably
Cavill's
be the
too big.
brother. The
The
brother
brother.
wasn't. Doesn't he have a brother that's
Wait,
evil?
you're talking about?
Darth Revan.
I don't think they're brothers.
He killed.
They're
Didn't he kill his brother?
I don't think so. I think the one that you're talking about is the one that he like cuts off his like jaw, but they're
No,
not brothers.
I'm thinking about Darth Revan because I
I
don't
don't think it
know.
was it Darth Malik. I think it might be Darth Malik, the
Because he
one
had
that
a brother,
I'm thinking
then
about.
he died, and that's why he wanted revenge and stuff like that. And that's why he did war,
I don't
I
know.
believe.
Maybe it could be, but he didn't kill him. He did war against the Mandalorians. It was him against the Mandalorians. He's a Jedi, but he wears the Mandalorian helmet because he said he would keep that helmet on until he defeated them. And
But
he
then he
ends
was
up
turning to the
fighting.
dark side, and then
Yeah,
he died on the
but
battlefield. Then he
he
came
was like
back
controlled.
alive,
Yeah, he was like
badass.
controlled in a sense. Yeah, this dude comes back. Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's like
Yeah, he's
OP. They could They can make him a household name. Like they can make it this generation's Darth Vader. He could really be
What would
that.
you rather, movie
Yeah,
or shows for him?
I feel like I would rather have a movie.
Yeah, I'd
The
rather have like
shows
a
they were
three trilogy movie for him.
I'll
That'll
be
be
sick.
so dope.
The Knights of the Old Republic trilogy, boom, and then make up for the last three movies that were god awful. But it scares me too. They make a Knights of the Old Republic and then they cast Brie Larson or a chick as Revan right there. It's like it
Yeah.
worries me. But if they were to adapt it well, definitely Revan would be
Tom Holland, I'm playing
sick.
as Revan.
Yeah. I used to like Tom Holland. I used to like the bounty hunters a lot, like Mandalorian. But I mean, we got Mandalorian already. But
Yeah.
Jango Fett used to be my dude.
But
But
for me, I
now I
like
saw
I like
Revan.
the Mandalorian story. But I do
It's good.
believe
It's nothing
this
crazy.
movie, the what at least the trailers, it show. It seems like it's like another episode combined with two episodes combined with one. I
Probably is.
believe,
Yeah.
yeah.
They
Something major has to happen. Either the Mandalorian has to die, then
there'll
Grogu
be a
just moves on.
there's gonna be a major cameo. I guarantee you that.
Luke
I
Skywalker.
guarantee you there'll be. I don't know if it's Luke. Maybe I don't feel like that'll be. I don't feel like that'll move the needle enough. I wouldn't doubt there's a big cameo. Like I'd be confused with the timeline of Mandalorian a lot. But is Vader still alive
No,
right
he's
now
dead.
during that point?
It was
So
the
like
show
after
was
that,
based off like after the
could
the
they show Palpatine or
no,
something?
they
I
can't
don't
do
know.
that because this is before 6, 7, and 8, right?
Palpatine somehow returned. No, I mean, what's another cameo that they could do? But
Well, they could
it's
do.
before the sequel. It's way before the sequel
They
trilogy.
could add all the characters that they had in
No,
Mandalorian,
way
like
after.
Boba Fett. They could add Ahsoka, Luke Skywalker, um, Luke rebuilding
It's gonna
the
be.
Jedi's.
I got it. You guys heard it here first.
Obi Wan, not playing Obi
It's
Wan is dead.
gonna no. It's gonna be Cal Kestis from the games.
That'd be an
Watch,
interesting way
watch.
to.
Yeah,
But a lot of people
he'll pop up.
who don't play video games won't know who he is.
Yeah, but that actor's known too. So even if it's like a known actor, but we'll see. But I wouldn't doubt it. That's what it is. Because I mean, Luke again. I feel like you're just reheating food. That's we've already seen that. It's not gonna be the hype as hype as it was that first time we did.
I don't know.
But a
I think it would be
new
dope to have a Luke, like the
yeah, well, that he
powerful
comes
Luke
up.
in
But
it.
I'm just saying because even Ahsoka was in it, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was
In
there.
Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Bo-Katan, like they already had, and Boba Fett, they already had all the cameos, I guess. So
mm,
yeah, we'll
that's
see.
true.
But I mean, the last season basically turned into the Bo-Katan show. So
That's true.
hmm,
They should have gave Obi Wan a freaking movie, man. I don't know why they made it into a show
yeah,
and the way it is. They ruined that. They
production.
ruined Obi
Yeah,
Wan.
they did. They did. Obi-Wan,
Like
that
I like
dude.
the whole
Gotta
fact
go.
where he was trying to learn how to do the Force Ghost stuff, but the others like the
Hmm.
whole Leia thing was dumb.
The
I
fight
didn't like it.
itself was yeah, awful. The fight itself wasn't bad.
No, yeah, I
Um,
like the Vader and Obi Wan
and
scenes. They're pretty cool.
the scene when Vader catches the ship
Yeah, that was
sick
sick.
too,
Yeah,
and then how he destroys Reva, but then Reva. Oh, I don't know what happened to lightsabers. They got nerfed big time. That they don't
that
kill
too.
people
Yeah,
now. You get stabbed in the freaking chest and you're good. Because I think even in Mandalorian, wasn't there like a girl, that like a female Mandalorian, um, that she got stabbed through the freaking stomach too, and she lived. Like
did
it's
she?
crazy. These lightsabers don't do nothing. Yeah, the one that she has the helmet that's kind of like graffitied on. I forgot what her name is, but she's a female Mandalorian. She is not Bo-Katan. It's another one. It's like a younger
Oh,
girl.
was the other one that was with her? Because it was her and another female as the Mandalorian.
Might be. It was like a younger one, but I
Mm.
think the when he got stabbed, it might have even been in that show that got canceled already. The one where it was the two evil sisters, the twin sisters,
Oh,
acolyte,
yo,
that thing. Yeah.
glad they freaking canceled that stuff.
Hopefully they learned their lesson
I
and they
didn't
don't
watch
try to
it,
do
but
another show like
I
that.
wasn't wasting my time.
I saw the reviews and I saw people talk about it, and it's just as awful as you would have think thought it would be. I mean, yeah,
It's becoming like
you got
it was slowly becoming like that Star Trek show they just made on Paramount.
yeah
Horrible.
that they canceled too. Yep.
Oh, it got canceled.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, it got canceled
Yeah,
too.
who's watching
Oh
that
well,
crap?
stuff.
Like
I guess
their
nobody.
target audience is
They're
very like
yeah.
small, and like how you gonna
They
like
yeah they cater to the
yeah,
people that don't even buy their stuff or watch their
it
stuff.
makes
Like
no sense
Star
to me.
Trek has a huge fan base, and they're like, oh no, let's cater to this certain base here that's not even gonna buy or watch
You
our
gotta
stuff,
cater
and
to
then
this
let's
0.5% of.
alienate, yeah, and then let's alienate the people that have been fans from the beginning and ostracize them. Like it's crazy. Hopefully, these companies learn their lesson. But yeah, it feels like
They do that with a lot of
a lot
IPs
of the
though.
stuff is yeah, mostly everything. Star Wars, um, Lord of the
Lord of the
Rings is
Rings,
next. Yeah, and
that was
there
horrible.
Harry Potter is gonna be another one
Oh
too.
man,
Yeah, yeah, everything, bro, everything.
I feel like that's the most pointless show to ever make, because you're never gonna experience. Well, when I was
Everything
younger,
is remakes now,
yeah,
man.
like we
There's
grew
no
up with the Harry
original
Potter
ideas.
kids, and we
Yeah,
watched them grow. And well, I don't know if you saw the movies, but I
I
watched them
did.
all.
I was never a huge fanatic of
I wasn't a
them, but I
fanatic,
saw
but
them.
it was like
Yeah.
something cool to watch, like almost every two
Mhm.
years or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely was dope franchise, and I remember seeing the book everywhere in school.
Yeah,
Everybody had that thick book.
yeah. Everyone complaining
It
about
took up
they
like your
changed
whole
a lot.
backpack. Yeah, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I don't know. I did hear it wasn't trying to be more book accurate, but like, who cares?
What did they change in the movies from the book?
Honestly, I don't know. I think there's just
Yeah.
they don't put a lot of details into it
I
like in
know
a
Game
book.
of
So.
Thrones changed a few things too from the book, but I mean, for the most part, besides the later two seasons,
Well, but the
it was
first
still good.
season very like very close to the book, which is crazy to me.
Yeah,
Besides
yeah.
certain
I mean,
scenes,
the book supposedly ended. Um, what's it called?
with
When Jon Snow dies, right?
Yeah,
Like
Jon Snow died.
he hasn't even been brought back to life yet.
If he even gets brought
Crazy.
back,
That's crazy.
because there's still a chance they don't have to
My
bring him
watch
back.
has ended, boy. Heck no, I mean, maybe they will. I guess, but you know, I feel like this. It's crazy. He's gonna have a cop out that he's gonna die. Um,
I hope, and
yeah,
I do hope, like if he ever finishes the book, Daenerys doesn't
he's gonna
die,
die
and then
before he
she ends
finishes
up
it.
having a family with John. I know that's
Or maybe
incest,
he
but
has it. He maybe maybe he has it written already, and he just wants to die and release it afterwards to be like known as some like super legend. Like you guys doubted me, but here it is. I know that's coping and
yeah,
hopeful,
I feel
wishful
like
thinking.
I feel like
But
he gave what's the director's name? The brothers, the creators of the
the
show.
the people that did D&D,
N- No, the Game of
David
Thrones.
Benioff or whatever.
Oh yeah, whatever. I feel like
D&D,
he
yeah.
gave him like what he was thinking the ending would be, and they went with it. And then I guess he got him more depressed not to finish the book.
Right? And like, holy crap, these people
Yeah,
did
I was
not
like,
like
damn, that was a
what
bad
I
ending.
was cooking. Never cook
Yeah,
again.
don't cook, bro. They
Funny.
could save the show if they truly made like another
They
season.
could have not, yeah, they should have not rushed it, and things would have maybe made more sense. But there's so much things that just felt rushed, or that they didn't even flesh out enough. Like
That's true. Like
crazy,
what
like
was it?
this dude
The army of Unsullied. They just sent them to an island where
died that
to
island.
die.
Yeah, yeah. The like they teased Jon Snow and Grey Worm fighting the whole fucking season. Nothing
And nothing
happened with
happened.
them, and then he kills Daenerys, and they don't even show like when they it just fast forwards to when he's in a cell. Like they don't show like when they find them, like how people react. It's
Yeah,
like, yeah, man, that show was sucks, man, because that show was peak.
I
That
do
was the
believe.
goal. That show, but
Well, I want to believe myself that Daenerys is still alive. That
Drogon took her to
Drogon took her
some
to some place to get healed.
Lazarus pit,
Yeah,
and
to get
that would
healed or
be
something
awesome.
like that.
He's gonna come back as a White Walker. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not as a White Walker,
But
but something more magical, powerful. But that's
no,
my ending.
Daenerys was dope. My truth.
That's my
Yeah, no,
truth, man.
Daenerys was dope. Like,
And then John getting teased as the king the whole time just to not be a king, which is stupid.
for it to be freaking Bran. Yo,
And
don't even get me
they
started on that
teased
crap.
him killing the White Walker, which it wasn't him. Which
And then
I'm not mad at
And
Arya
yeah,
killing
yeah,
it,
I
but
am. I'm to this day. I still remember going to your house to watch that episode and joking around about saying, "Yo, imagine if Arya kills this dude." and
And
she
she
actually did, like, on the stupidest shit too, like jump. She did a whole MJ jump from the free throw line to get the around a circle of walkers that
That's so
nobody heard
stupid.
this chick. Like,
She's
it's
MJ.
crazy
But it would
for
have been
real, man.
better. I wouldn't have been mad if she killed him. Like if John was fighting the White Walker and he was like about to die, then she just comes up and stabs him with it. That would have
Yeah,
been cool.
and just make it more believable. I just didn't
Yeah.
buy it. Then she had to do that little trick. Oh, he fell for that. Like,
Oh,
I
like
don't
where
know.
she
And
drops the
then,
knife, right? And she
yeah,
stabs him.
exactly, yeah. And then Bran being freaking king, and then the
That was so
justification of it
dumb.
being
Very dumb.
Tyrion saying, "Who has the interesting story, the most interesting story here?" Not Bran. Like, he has the worst one, probably,
That's
arguably the
true.
most boring story of them all
Yeah, because
was
wasn't there a
his.
season where they
And
even show Bran at all?
I wouldn't doubt it. Probably was a peak season. It was one of the better seasons, honestly. But but yeah, Bran was a disappointment too, because I thought they could have like said that he was evil the whole time, like he was like secretly behind like the White Walkers too, and maybe that would have been interesting.
Yeah,
But
and I got mad.
nothing.
He didn't control any dragon. I was like, oh, he's gonna
Yeah,
control a
he just
dragon.
controls freaking. He controls birds
Yeah, because ever since
and
he had that
and
like
little hamsters.
flash, the little flat, well, future prophecy thing. Have you
And he
seen
said he was looking. He said he was looking for Drogon, right?
Yeah,
That's what he said
yeah,
he
he
was
was like
doing.
he saw. He said he's flying somewhere or whatever.
Mm. And you
But
were saying what prophecy
you
thing?
know when he was had the image of the shadow of the dragon over Westeros, over
Mm.
King's Landing, and
Mm-hmm.
then I was like, oh, he's gonna end up controlling that dragon. That's what he's having that vision, but it
Mm.
never happened.
But that was Daenerys demolishing everybody.
Yeah, yeah, but he could have showed up and started controlling him with the little powers he has, especially how he has like
Man,
100x power now.
man was useless. No, I was kidding. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that show disappointment, man.
Because
Just
I did like
it hurts to talk about it.
John being the true king. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
The
The king of the north.
Daenerys, because if you see the trend, is like nobody wants a girl queen, you know.
Mm.
And then the girl queen
I
they
mean,
do get
hey, the Sansa was the queen of the south, I guess you could say.
queen of the north now.
Queen of the north. Yeah, that's right. South. Queen of the north. Um, And that's another thing. You talk about queens, another freaking disappointment. How Cersei died, so whack, and
Yeah, that's true.
Jamie whack. Like, oh my god,
That
I don't even
was
want to
that
talk
was
about it no
super
more.
whack.
Jamie's whole arc just for nothing, just to go back to he went and die in
That's true.
the
Like
wackest
it seemed like
way.
he was gonna do something very important, but he didn't do nothing.
Didn't even suffer. They didn't show what they called they didn't show like she didn't suffer, and then Tyrion somehow knew exactly where to look for these bodies. That he found them under all this rubble.
That's true.
He could barely move these pebbles, and he found them. A building fell on top of him that killed him, but he somehow found them. And then, yeah, man, just
And he's the last of his family, right? Like there's no more of what was his
Lannisters.
Lannisters? There's no more Lannisters, right?
I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
It's interesting.
But yeah, man,
But I did like the fight with the Hound and
that was pretty cool. But it was
whatever.
more like it felt like MCU-ish. So
Did
it
it?
felt like a big spectacle. Yeah, like I don't know.
I don't know. I like that
The
battle.
last
It's pretty cool.
season, the last season, it ruined that whole show for me. Because even season 6, I found certain things enjoyable about it, even though I know season 6 has its haters too. Um,
I liked it because of all the dragon killing and all that stuff. The dragons actually
mhm.
came to
Yeah,
Westeros and started killing the
it
whole
was just
army. That was so dope.
stupid decisions after stupid decisions. Like even the night, the war, the war on the north with the walkers. These people are fighting walkers that raise people from the dead, and they hide in a crypt. Like,
Yeah, it's
are
so
y'all
stupid.
stupid? Like it's like it makes no sense. Like
That made
the
no sense.
writing, yeah, man, wild, wild. But hey, at least we have Dune now. Hopefully, Dune doesn't end trash. Imagine this movie comes
I
out
feel
at the end of the year and it's awful. Hopefully not.
I don't know. It might end not as you want it.
We'll see. First two have been peak.
I don't
Let's
think it's
see
gonna.
how they wrap it
Honestly, I
up.
don't think it's gonna be good as two. That's my opinion.
I mean, it's gonna be hard for it to be as good as two.
Yeah,
Because
because
two was amazing,
two was super peak.
but I still think it'll be good. I
You
think
know,
it'll be movie of the year.
I saw
I don't think.
somebody mentioned how
Oh,
the scene where they were on that planet where it was black and white, they stole that from Love and Thunder.
oh,
Yeah, they stole that from Love and
oh!
Thunder.
Look at that. That's funny. Love and
Yeah,
Thunder is
they
inspiring
did something
movie.
right.
Yeah, they used black and white. No, yeah, but that we'll see. Cause yeah, cause I forgot Pattinson is in that movie too. I mean, playing the villain. We'll see how that goes.
I think he's gonna be a cool villain.
Yeah, we'll see how he does. It's not gonna be the first time him and Timothy are in a movie together. They were in that Night movie before too, where Pattinson was the villain. That he had the long hair.
Oh, I think
He's like
I never seen that movie, but I know which movie you're talking about.
I think
Were you
it's
trying to
called
prove himself
Kingdom.
as a
Yeah,
king or
he
something like
said
that?
instead of our armies all killing each other, let's go
This
one on
yeah,
one,
one
man
on one.
to man. And he says, let's go make that field over there famous. But then he died. No.
Yeah, stupid. Yeah, he
That's
gets his
funny.
ass whipped.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So what else we got? What
I
else is
think
happening?
we I think we covered it. That was what was Clayface Invincible. We talked about Sorrows. We talked about the boys
Yeah, I think
and
yeah.
through Batman
Oh,
and everything. Yeah.
the last thing, the Venom game that got canceled supposedly. I think that's the
Supposedly, the
supposedly.
false alarm. They're saying now that it didn't get canceled. Then
So they're gonna use like a
hopefully it
different
didn't,
voice
man.
actor then? Cause
R.I.P. to Tony Todd is his name right now. I hope I'm not butchering it right now, but I
yeah, I
think
don't
that's
know.
what his name was, right? Um, Forgive me, but
Yeah,
he amazing voice actor as a whole. And again, God bless his soul. But he says three words as Venom. Venom does not talk that much. Like, and most of his effects are like
but if you make
you could say audio effects.
yeah, but if you make a whole game about it, he's gonna have to end up talking. So
I don't know why
I'm
I
not sure
always
if
feel like him talking in the suit is always weird. Like him like having full on sentences.
true.
Like Eddie Brock, maybe if you take the mask off, but like when it's Venom talking, I don't know. But
Because
I mean, we'll
there's
see.
two different voice actors, right? He wasn't the voice actor
Yeah, he
for
wasn't
Harry,
for Harry's.
no.
Yeah, exactly. No, and Venom didn't. Yeah, I don't recall Spider him talking OD in Spider-Man 2. Maybe he did though, but I don't think he did.
Yeah, but they
But
didn't. They
either
never
way,
officially announced that game though, right?
no, it leaked. It leaked along with like a lot of games they were working on. Like the next game after Spider-Man 3 is supposed to be an X-Men game.
That'd be pretty sick.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's good, definitely get there. We're getting Wolverine at the end of the year, and then if we get Spider-Man 3 or Venom next year, then it'll just be
Who
eventually Wolverine. They
who's the
turn
enemy in the Wolverine? Well, who's the antagonist in Wolverine in the game? Do you know?
in the game. Yeah, it's I forgot its freaking name. We call the fake fan now. Um, it's the one that has like the metal pipes, like wires.
He's an X Men.
X-Men?
Oh,
Yeah, he's an X-Men, but hold up. I mean, look it up. Look it up on your
hold on.
phone real
Let me
quick
see.
because I can't look it up, but I
Yeah, I
know that
got
it's
you.
gonna be there.
Let's see. Antagonist for Wolverine. Let's see who this is. Silver Samurai, Lady Deathstrike. Is that what it is? Oh no, let me see. Let me put the game because it. I think it's from the movies. Omega Red. Is it this dude?
Omega, exactly. That's who it was. Omega Red. Yeah, Omega
Interesting.
Red is the one. Yeah. I knew it had the word. I knew it had red in it. I was gonna say Red Riot, but yeah, Omega Red looks like he's gonna be like one of the main ones because they actually showed him
Oh,
in the
that'd be pretty
trailer.
cool because we never really got anything with this character in any of the X-Men stuff. Like he wasn't in the X-Men live actions or anything like
No,
that.
he was, and I don't think he's been adapted in anything
And
past
anything, right?
comics.
Not even
Hmm.
in the X-Men 97?
They teased him in X-Men '97. They
Hmm.
teased him in the last episode.
Oh,
He was in
when
like
they're
a
showing
tunnel.
who was dead?
Yeah, he was like in like an ice bath, not an ice bath, but like like those Goku
Yeah. Yeah, the
training
little stuff.
recovery chambers. He was in one of those.
Damn. That game's I think that game's gonna be good, but hopefully it's not as short as people are saying.
Yeah, and I will be shocked if it's a bad game. But
No, I
I don't
doubt it's
think it's
gonna
going
be a
to
bad
be
game.
a super long
Pretty
game, but I think it'll be around the same, or if not a little bit longer than the Spider-Man games.
yeah.
It won't be as short as Miles, but
But it's gonna be
it'll be
like
like good.
a linear type of game, right? It's not gonna be like Spider-Man where you could explore.
Then what do you say?
It's gonna be like a linear, like a God of War type
Oh
of.
yeah. It's going to be. It's. I don't think they've confirmed it actually, but I imagine it's going to be like semi-open world, like God of War is.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's not going to be full open world, um, like Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is full open
Yeah, it's
world, but
full
it's
open world.
just you move around so fast as him that it kind of doesn't feel like it.
That's true. I love the swinging.
But yeah, it's supposed to be semi-open world, like God of War. So that has me excited because God of War, my goat, is
True.
the goat.
I know I gotta finish that game too. So I
Yeah.
think we did it. So, um, you want to end it? Or you want me to end it?
Yeah, no, I think we're good. I think we're well over an hour too, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, you could comment down below on any of our platforms. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube. It's RespawnReelPod. At all, it's the same. It's the same. So comment below. Give us some questions we could probably answer. And
Yeah, topics, anything
yeah,
we might
yeah, if whatever
address
you
it in
want
the
us
next
to
video.
address exact or review, just let us know.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, peace.
You guys have a good one.